Tonight, we will be honoring our local heroes in the season of thanks by talking to a local teacher and veteran.
Later, we'll discuss the chance of heavy snow this Thanksgiving weekend and how to best prepare for it.
Good evening. I'm Cindy Anderly.
And I'm Aurelia Woolhouse. You're watching Blaine News Network.
It's Thanksgiving season, which means it's time to show appreciation to heroes in our city who have dedicated their lives to bettering our community. From nurses to mailmen to firefighter, there are people in our lives providing services to take care of us, and they deserve recognition for all their work.
A local hero we are recognizing today is John Bayer, an engineering teacher at Blaine High School who served in the Air Force National Guard for 20 years, ranking as a lieutenant colonel. Our correspondent, Leo Holman, is at Blaine High School now to interview John Bayer on both his time in the National Guard and as a teacher.
That's right, Aurelia. And thank you so much for joining me today, Mr. Bayer.
It's my pleasure.
So, what led you to join the National Guard in the first place?
Well, there's a tradition of military service in my family. My dad and my uncle were both veterans, and my uncle was in the Air National Guard and encouraged my brother and I to give it a try. At the same time, I was looking for a way to make a career change from engineering to teaching, and the Guard helps you do that, and it seemed like a good fit.
And what experiences do you value most about your time in the National Guard?
Well, I feel really blessed to have grown up in the U.S., and we're so lucky. And I wanted a way to make a contribution, and as a chemical engineer, there was a career field where I could do that. So they helped me make a career change, and then I was able to help out.
So now you teach here at Blaine High School as an engineering teacher. What led you to a career in teaching?
Well, during the time when I was still in engineering, I would volunteer in the schools, sometimes to talk about what it was like to be an engineer. And a principal pulled me aside and said, hey, we need engineering teachers. There's a little bit of a shortage in that area. If people would leave industry and come back and teach, it would help out, and you might like it. So that got me thinking about it.
Interesting. And how has your experience in the military impacted you as a teacher?
Well, there's a surprising amount of crossover. I mean, a lot of the role you have as an officer is to teach your troops. You're in a teaching role in the military. And then, so that helped to be a teacher and then have that. But then there were also things that would happen at Guard that would come back and I'd have a lesson in the classroom about it. So it was a good fit.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Back to you, Aurelia.
Thank you, Leah. It's so great to hear about the experiences of heroes in our community.
That's right. Stories like his are truly touching. Now to our meteorologist, Bethel Teklu, for the weather. It looks like it's going to be a snowy one.
That's right, Sydney. And tonight we are on a winter storm watch all throughout the metro and into western Wisconsin until about 4 in the morning. Up to 14 inches will be expected, with the northern metro up here under a severe blizzard warning. Expected winds will be between 20 and 30 miles per hour, so make sure to drive slow on the roads for it may be icy. And if you're traveling for Thanksgiving, flights may be delayed tonight, but tomorrow's travels should be right on time. Right now here in Blaine, it is currently 14 degrees with a wind chill of -3. Heating up a bit overnight with temperatures reaching the 22 degrees tomorrow with a low of 15. Now here's a look at our 7-day forecast. We'll be having a warmish Thanksgiving with a high of 33, but in the days following, we will be getting more frigid with a high of 5 degrees on Monday and a chance of flurries on Tuesday. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Bethel. Looks like we got to watch out for the roads.
Right? Thankfully, I'm hosting Thanksgiving this year.
Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Blaine News Network.
Have a wonderful and safe rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow.